Well, hello everyone, welcome back. This is Dave Strong from the Schmidt Music Saxophone Shop, and today we have something pretty exciting to try out here. This is a Yamaha 82Z, one of the custom D tenors in a vintage bronze finish, but this is one of the rare, not seen very often in the wild, the Atelier models. Now what this is these tend to be the prototypes for when they're trying stuff out to go into the next series or further refinements as Yamaha is doing its process. And they work with their artists and they work with tons of the top pros in the world and their ateliers who are their top end techs. I believe those are both in California and Japan. And this is the most recent one. So they do a handful of these every number of years, but they are tough to get. We are really lucky that we got one. I've never actually seen one of these in person before. So let's give it a try, see how it feels, see how it sounds, and we'll talk through some of the things that make this a little unique compared to a regular custom Z. Okay, so let's talk about some of the objective things that are different in this compared to a stock Yamaha YTS-82Z2. And the 2 is the most recent series up till now. Now the 2 had on it what was called the V1 neck. This is their C1 neck. And I probably can't get this close enough for you to see, but it says C1 here. So they found a lot of people were preferring the C1 neck, especially a lot of pros. But they've made some changes on this one. This one is a lighter weight neck, so it's a thinner wall on the neck, which probably gives it a little extra resonance. I've heard a lot of people argue that a thinner walled neck is what you saw on the old Selmer Mark 6s and super balance action and all that. So there's been a move. A couple people, I know Tenor Bandis is doing this as well. Thinner neck, and it's their C1 neck, not the V1 that you'd currently get. You can even see, you probably can't see from here, but there's a little L under the C1, so that's probably the C1 lightweight. This may be something that we see move into the 82Z model in the future, but for now it's only available, as far as I know, stock with this Atelier model. You might notice this right here, this big honking neck screw. This is a high mass neck screw. Now, there's a lot of controversy on this either way. Does having a higher mass neck screw do anything different with your sound? And I'm not going to start or try to win that argument today, but what I will say is using this compared to a normal neck screw, if I just change them, I feel something different. But what I will say is, to me, this doesn't make the horn. It's kind of cool. It's actually, it's really easy to tighten because it's oversized there. But I do feel there's something with the resonance where the neck comes off, because that's a point of separation in the horn. And so stuff changing here, I'd be willing to buy into the fact that it could make a difference. I bet you on the other side of the horn, you probably couldn't hear the difference between this. And maybe that's something we'll save for another day and another video if I want to stir up some controversy in the saxophone world. But what I would say is I've tried this. I've tried the Ishimori silver screw. I've tried it with no screw. And I feel slight differences in resonance and slight differences back, just the way it feels when I blow through the horn. That being said, there's a lot of psychology involved. So if I think a different neck screw is going to change the sound, maybe that's part of it too. Anyway, it does have that as stock on it, so it's kind of cool. And I'll leave it up to you whether you think it makes a difference or not. Kind of right up there with that ligature debate, whether that makes a difference, which I think it does a bit. And then, yeah, they have a couple interesting things. There's a hard rubber thumb rest there. Interesting choice. I have no idea why that would be on there, other than it does kind of look cool. It looks premium. It feels nice under your thumb, but I'm fine with metal thumb rest. I'm fine with plastic, but interesting choice with hard rubber there. And then your right hand is a metal hook. Now, on top of all of that, there's a lot of different handwork and tweaks and stuff that I probably don't know about. And there's probably tons of stuff if you talk to one of the Atelier people who actually did all the tweaking on this. I'm sure there's tons of little micro adjustment, or maybe there's not, but I'd be willing to guess there is. And what it turns into is a really good feeling custom Z. Now, I'm a big fan of the 82Z anyway. I think it's one of the best tenors, or altos if you get the YTS-82Z. One of the best horns you can get these days. They're just solid. They're giving Selmer Paris a run for their money. I love both. I've been a Selmer guy for years, but boy, I can pick up a Z and it's a fantastic horn. So this just feels like an extra tweaked one, and it has some different resistance. I like it. It has a little more compact sound without getting bright. The Z is by no means a super bright horn, but this has just, for me, and it could just be this specific one here, this has a little bit more meat on it. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking and let's play it a little bit more, and I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. So at the end of the day, what do I think of this thing? It's a killing horn. It's a, these are rare and they are really set up super well. So plays beautifully. It plays with some nice focus. I can push it. The altissimo is really solid. A very pretty sound. Still got that punch of a Z, but maybe a little more sweetness to the sound. It's yeah, these are fun. I'm really glad I got to try one. But if you have any more questions, reach out in the comments below. Feel free to ask anything about this or any of the other horns that we work with. Or find me at the Saxophone shop at schmidtmusic.com. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.